hello, and good evening. It's Leon Street back again and back with another great topic for coaches, consultants, and experts. And in particular, we're going straight for the jugular today. We're going straight in for lead gen. And if you haven't captured or taken note of the headline already, this is what we're talking about today: how to generate 700 leads in 3 days, and why most coaches and experts fail at lead generation from social media. So, it's a big claim for me to make, and, how to generate 7 leads in 3 days. And it's very simple how I'm going to demonstrate this and prove it. I'm going to show the results of a client who did that literally in the past week. And so if you're a coach, expert, consultant, and your lead generation hasn't really taken off, then what I'm going to do is just share some insights in what you can do to, I guess, kind of tap into your niche, tap into your target audience, and what it takes to generate leads consistently. Most people, their lead flow is inconsistent at best. And what I want to do is just show you the simple steps of how you can become more consistent and take you through behind the scenes of how my client generated the 700 leads in 3 days. And if you've struggled with generating leads on social media before, this will be perfect for you. So anyway, let's get into the content. Enough of me talking. If this is the first time you coming across my videos, please remember, do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're already watching me on YouTube, and click on the notification bell to be notified of all my upcoming videos. If you're watching me on Facebook, then please remember to head over to YouTube, and you can do that by going to leonstreet.com/YouTube, and you'll be redirected directly to my YouTube. There is no kind of landing page in between. It's just a redirect link. Otherwise, you can just search for my name on YouTube. So, formalities out the way. Let's get into this. At the best of times, lead generation is challenging, and it's the lifeblood of any business. Fresh new leads, which you can turn into prospects, turn those prospects into clients. And if you don't know how to generate new leads, and if you can't generate new leads, your business will suffer. Your business will be challenged. And I find a lot of businesses, they struggle, especially with the lead generation. So what I'm going to talk about today is social media, organic marketing, i.e. no paid ads. So this particular example is organic marketing. I run paid ads myself, but in this example, this case study from one of my clients, I'm going to show you how this is done without paid ads. And especially if you're floating around the 5 to 10K mark a month and you want to become more consistent, generate more sales, more leads, this will work perfectly for you. And let's go behind the scenes, as I said. So most of the time you're going to feel like, you're not quite sure like what's going on. You just have no idea why either your social media isn't working, leads aren't flowing in. And, it becomes a real pain in the ass for a lot of people. And as business owners, you don't really want to be stuck in this situation. You don't want to be stuck where you're not generating leads and times are tough. Lead flow is slow and you're not really getting qualified leads when the leads do come in. And so in order to move that, to change that, and to maximize on what social media has on offer for you, something has to change, right? So I'm going to dive straight in. We're not going to hold back. Here's my client. This is Ashish, Dr. Ashish Paul. She's one of my clients in my group coaching program, the Vortex Accelerator program. And you can see here, here's her comment where she celebrated her wins in our Facebook group for our clients, private Facebook group. And here she's celebrating, got 700 leads in 3 days with one of my fertility posts. So her niche is in natural fertility. So she's a consultant in that area. And for a lot of people, this is, the dream, let's say, to be able to generate that many leads. I know some people that they will not have generated 700 leads in a year, never mind in 3 days. And that's okay. It's not necessarily about the volume alone. It's about obviously the quality, right? And so fortunately for she was able to generate 700 leads with her niche, exact qualified people who she does want to attract in. So that the key thing here is, first of all, we got the proof out the way. So it's not just Leon yabbering on. The next step is, well, is it just a one-hit wonder? Well, let me just show you quickly on screen. Here's some examples of my own posts and some posts from other clients. So you can see circled on the left, the first post there was like 5 leads. The second post in the middle at the top, 163 comments, people requesting a new guide. The post in the middle, 953 comments for a free PDF guide, a lead magnet. And in the middle at the bottom, another client who generated, look, 879 leads in 3 days. Let me just read the exact message from Janine. Warning, you will be overwhelmed. Leon says I got 800 leads in a matter of weeks. Truth is it was 879 in 3 days, so be prepared. And then on the right-hand side, another example of a lead generation social media post that I shared myself, which turned into a prospect directly on Messenger. So first of all, with the proof, I just wanted to show you my client's result of generating 700 leads in 3 days was no one-hit wonder. I've got other clients who generated more, in fact. But obviously, this is more of a recent result. So I just wanted to celebrate her win and share with you guys about what's going on here. Why are Leon's posts and Leon's clients actually winning? What's the difference between these coaches, experts, and consultants and you watching this video right now? It's very simple. They have the knowledge. They have the know-how. So I'm going to give you a secret, and the secret is I'm demonstrating to you live right now the post that generated the 700 leads. This is the exact post. Now this post is taken from 15 templates that I give my clients in my Vortex Accelerator program, and this is just one of those types of posts that were used. And as I said, my client Ashish, her niche is in the fertility industry, so people who want to look at getting pregnant naturally. And this is the exact post that generated the 700 leads in 3 days. And you're probably thinking, well, that's nothing special, but what I do need to tell you is that it is special, and I'll get to why it's special in a moment, because it doesn't just happen by chance, guys. So first of all, if you're interested in finding out about these 15 social media templates that I have, all you need to do is comment below social media templates, and I'll be in touch to let you know more about them. But anyway, we use these templates every other day to build up engagement and trigger new leads into action. And that's what Ashish did, my client did. This is the exact post. I just created a list of 20 fertility recipes that help my clients to become pregnant naturally. Who would like a free copy? So it's interesting here, and I'm just going to break down very quickly for you what's going on, just so you can see what I'm seeing, just in case you miss any of the nuances of how this post works really well for her, or has worked really well. So she created a list of 20 recipes. So the recipes are a value add. There's something of value to her target niche. And she's also demonstrating here, she's demonstrating that these recipes have helped her clients. So not only is she providing value, she's providing some type of proof. Not visual proof, but she's alluding to the fact that it's helped her clients. Then the final step is that it's helped her clients to achieve the outcome that her target audience want, which is to become pregnant naturally. So a desire. And if you know anything about human psychology and marketing, we are triggered by our desires. We are moved by our desires. We're emotional around our desires, right? And the final part is a call to action. Who would like a free copy? And so there's 4 key things going on there. There's the offer of value. There is the demonstration of proof, i.e. this has helped before. There is a clear outcome, a desire for what the audience want, and then there is a call to action. And it's very short, very simple. Now, I'll get into why it works even more in a moment. I've just broken down for you very simply why this social, or the 4 key steps, sorry, that are the makeup of this social media post. But let me share with you how the leads were generated. It was posted on a personal profile. It was posted on Instagram. It was posted in groups. So you can see here, we commonly recommend, if you're not using paid advertising, you want to generate leads organically on social media, join groups, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can do this by searching for groups on both Facebook and LinkedIn. And they're great places right now where you can still get great engagement. You can connect with people. And this is something that I'd recommend you to do. And when you're in groups, send friend requests to people in groups, especially if they're your target audience, your target niche, and you want to generate more connections of potential clients. So there's another tip. And this is what my client did. This is what Ashish did. She joined these groups. She's a member of different groups on Facebook, especially where her niche are hanging out. And so the post template that I just shared with you, that was shared into these groups, shared onto her profiles, all over her social media, right? And as a result of that, that is what generated the 700 leads. So what's the next step? Well, I want you to understand this, because this is the most important part as I get into, I guess, the real hook as to why this worked, the real ingredients as to why this worked. This is the secret sauce. You see, most coaches, most consultants, most experts, they understand that social media is something that they must take on. It's an activity they must be involved in order to generate leads. The difference is with my client, she's been able to test and keep testing, especially over the past 2 to 3 months, messaging all around, knowing what is the desired outcome of her target audience and what are the emotions that they're going through. Yeah. And she was able to keep testing and testing and testing. So 2 to 3 months in, off the back of that, she's been getting responses to different posts. She's been getting responses, either some high responses and some low responses and some no responses to the marketing post she puts out. But the point I want to get to here is she paid attention to knowing what is the outcome that her target audience is seeking. She paid attention to what are the frustrations, emotions, beliefs, and ideas and concepts that her niche are going through with regard to the problem that she can help them to fix. And she kept testing her message. And if you liken this, or, for us to use a metaphor of the gym as an example, unless you go to the gym, unless you put the work in, day in, week out, you can't, your muscles can't grow. You can't or you can't have the benefit of going to the gym. You can't have a gym membership and pay somebody else to go to the gym for you, and the muscles grow and expand on your body and all of the fat drop off, right? You've got to put the work in. And so the important part, the key to this, is that she was able to test again, but with the sound knowledge, strategy, and ideas of what I put into my group coaching program, the Vortex Accelerator. That was the secret sauce behind it. Knowing the outcomes, knowing emotions, knowing the audience, the niche, and testing and testing and testing. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So if your messaging doesn't trigger or at least mention the outcome of what you can help a person achieve, if it doesn't include emotions that will drive people, because remember, emotions are energy in motion, meaning that that's a driving force for human beings. So if your marketing message doesn't include those key things, it's no wonder that your lead flow will be slow at best. And so for me, with this particular example of me showing you and demonstrating to you how my client Ashish was able to generate 700 leads, it's because of the testing and the iteration, the evolution of her message. And this is what I want to share with you guys. Focus on these key areas, and this is what drives change and results in your lead generation, whether you're using organic, like I've just demonstrated so far, or whether you're using paid advertising. And it's so important that people just miss it. They have no concept, because 1 week they'll post 1 post, another week they'll post 3 posts, and they're expecting things to change. And what I've not mentioned here is that they've probably only posted on their personal profile rather in groups where their audience are hanging out, like firing their messaging off into all the places where their audience hang out. And that's what I want to share with you guys. It's important that you have a consistent, message going out to all the channels where your audience hang out, or the best ones that you can put the time into to generate more leads. The more you can do that, the more you'll get feedback and you'll get the knowledge that you're seeking in order to go to that next level. And who knows, maybe you'll be one of the successes, just like I've shared with you. One client in this example that I've demonstrated 700 leads in 3 days, another client 879 leads in 3 days without using paid advertising. Yeah. So those are the keys, guys. So what does it look like? I've already showed you some leads. Well, here's the thing. When your lead flow is off the chain, just like I've just shared with you, look, here's another client. Look, 50 responses to a question that I advised my client to put out with his offer. It was called the Slam Scholar offer, and he put it out. That turned into a sponsor reaching out to my client, which offered 10,000 plus for his company, to sponsor his company, which then turned into, in February this year, £18,000 in sales. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see that clearly. And this is the power when your social media works Yeah. When you understand what you're putting into your messaging and how to turn leads into sales. And this was a client who'd previously generated around about £2,000 the previous month and the months before that. So he had never even got close to this type of result. But this is what happens when you get your lead generation right. Here's another client, $13,000 day. Here's another client, £10,000 in under 30 days. Here's another client, look, £18,000 in a month during lockdown. She was, in the end, she was turning people away because a group coaching program was full. So she had to set up a second group just to, move people into and still take money. Here's the same client, Ashish, who I mentioned earlier. She's able to take her business to 5 figures a month. And here's another client who generated £3,000, turned that into £100,000 in 5 months. And here's more clients. Look, 4,500, 2.5, 3,900. Here's another client, sold a higher price package. Here's another client, £4,000 sold this week. Yeah, so it's a 4,000 week so far. She's got more sales calls to go. And there's Ashish again, bottom left, 700 leads in 3 days. And another client here, you can see 2 sales today for 2K packages. Yeah. And these are just some of the examples of when you get your lead generation right, you get qualified leads. Yeah. And so the point that I'm getting to is you must understand who your message is really for. You must include emotions. You must understand what is the outcome that they desire, how to get them to take action by having a call to action. Yeah. And these are some of the important ingredients that people miss. And when you look at marketing, in many respects, it is rinse and repeat. But when you get it right, when you understand the key ingredients that you need to put into your messaging to generate those types of results that I've just shared with you. So hopefully from what I've shared so far, and if you've only just joined me, remember, just go back to the beginning and watch from the beginning, because all of the key ingredients, all of the key steps are there. So here's what you can do. So if you're in a position where you'd like to have your social media working for you, just comment leads below this video and I'll send you more details about how you can transform your lead generation results from social media and generate the kind of results that I've shared with you today. And it's that simple, guys. If you want to take your business to the next level, you know the fastest way to do it. You speak to somebody who's done it before. And I've just showed you a ton of proof and evidence of how my clients are winning right now. So if you've liked the content, guys, remember, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's very simple to do. Just go to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected to my YouTube channel. And you can just hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. And remember, guys, if you've got any questions, just drop your questions below this video. I do come to all the comments and I will respond personally. So anything that you want me to answer around lead generation and what I put into today's video, just please drop it below this video right now. And on that note, guys, that's the end of today's live stream. And I'll be back on Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. UK time. Take care. Bye-bye.